Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. This segment is presented by Your Future Media. For all media purposes, visit Your Future Media. We're talking Mike Vick, Matt Ryan, which quarterback was better. First, let me break down Michael Vick, who probably is the most popular quarterback that the Falcons have ever had. Mike Vick was the first African-American quarterback to be drafted number 1 in 2001. Mike Vick has 6 seasons where he rushed for over 500 yards. Specifically, in 2006, he rushed for over 1,000 yards, 1,039 rushing yards, which is an NFL record. He has the most career rushing yards out of any quarterback ever with 6,109, 7 yards a carry. That's also best. Mike Vick running the football, he was obviously better, more athletic than Matt Ryan, which is a no-brainer. I mean, even on his pro day, he ran a 4.33, which was the fastest ever for a quarterback, I believe, at the time. Now, Mike Vick also has 36 rushing touchdowns in his career, which was big time. But when we look at the passing, this is where Mike Vick just isn't even close to what Matt Ryan was. Statistics speaking, Mike Vick has never thrown for no 4,000-yard seasons, no 3,500-yard seasons as well either. So it's not even close to what Matt Ryan has done. And the most touchdown passes he's thrown, which was the year he was up for the MVP with the Eagles, was 21 touchdown passes. And he had 6 interceptions that season. Most prior to that was his 2006 year, which was a monster year. He had 20 touchdowns throwing, combined 22 touchdowns, combine the rushing with it, threw for 2,474 yards, and again ran for over 1,000 yards, which was pretty big time and pretty dynamic at the time. Mike Vick, popularity-wise, I will say, is probably more popular than Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is a lot of times is underappreciated. Even some people calling for sometimes Matt Ryan to maybe be traded or them draft a quarterback of whatnot. But to me, Mike Vick isn't close to being a Hall of Fame quarterback, even though some people would call for it. Matt Ryan, in some people's minds, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but in some people's minds, it's a debate. Now, looking back at Matt Ryan, I broke his stats down prior. Matt Ryan, when it comes to passing yards, he has the most in franchise history, most passing attempts in franchise history, best completion percentage, most career 300-yard games, 103 touchdown passes. Just an absolute monster. He's won an MVP. He's been to a Super Bowl. Mike Vick hasn't been to a Super Bowl, even though 2002, which was his second year in the NFL, he did upset Green Bay, take the Atlanta Falcons to the playoffs, which was highly impressive. That season he threw 54%, which Mike Vick has never threw 60% passing, completed 60% of his completions with the Falcons. It's never happened, but it's happened with the Eagles one year. But let's look at even playoffs. Both of them are negative in the playoffs, but Matt Ryan's stats are just a lot better. Matt Ryan is a better quarterback to me. Now, is it by a lot? I think so. Mike Vick, he brought a lot of drama to the organization. As popular as he was, Mike Vick, to me, and this is where they stand out, never took the Falcons to the Super Bowl. And not taking the Falcons to the Super Bowl and Matt Ryan taking the Falcons to the Super Bowl just kind of made, in my mind, me say, okay, well, Mike Vick could be the second best quarterback in Falcons history, and Matt Ryan definitely is the best. And Matt Ryan's story isn't over. He still has a lot of football left. We know this season has been a down year, but let's just keep it real. They're going to get rid of Dan Quinn, maybe Thomas Dimitroff as well. They're going to shore up this offensive line. There's a lot of injuries. Hopefully they get a defense. I mean, this shit can't be any worse than it is this year. So there's still an opportunity for Matt Ryan to get back to the playoffs, maybe potentially get back to the Super Bowl. But for Mike Vick, at 39 years old, he's out the league. He's pretty much done. So, not really a debate to me. Matt Ryan is a better quarterback. Now, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment who you think is the better quarterback. Feedback is always welcome as well, too. Go check out some of the other videos. I'm Jansen Harris with the Just Good Network.